afternoon everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are spreading some dung. So I'm the teleporter, I'm doing the loading and we have a contractor here doing the spreading. Contractor has got a lovely John Deere 6150R and a cross large dung spreader. Yeah, so we're getting on well. We're in the last couple of fields now. We've only got a small amount of dung here to do, but I have got some drone footage which I will be putting up now shortly, and that will include a little bit of commentary from myself as well. I'll do a little bit of a voiceover on it, but yeah. So once we have the dung finished, we're going to be heading back to the yard. We have a few things to do in the yard. We'll have looked at Amazon Plow. We now have it hooked on the tractor. We have it on the 6.9. We'll also be looking at the drill. We have the drill on the 6.4. We have to connect up the control box to that, so we'll do that. I'll maybe set up the camera when we're doing that. We'll check and make sure everything's working okay on that. And then at the end of the video, also going to be doing the competition for the giveaway. So promised to do a giveaway last week. Unfortunately I didn't get that done because Friday's video, the footage was corrupt and lost, so I didn't get a video up on Friday. So we'll be doing the competition later on, so keep an eye out. At the end of the video you will see how to enter for that and what the prizes are. So let's get going on it. So as aforementioned, we are at the dung. Yeah, I'm driving the 3420 just here now, just moving into position to load some dung into the bucket just to be ready. And the 6150R is now just pulling around and into position for loading. Yeah, very impressed with the 6150R. First time I really seen one of them up close and personal. Very similar in appearance to the 6155R. Doesn't seem to be that many of them floating around. You don't see them that often, the 6150s. They weren't available for that long. They changed to the 155R fairly quickly, and seems to be a lot more of the 155s about. But yeah, lovely looking tractor. The cross dung spreader as well. It's the first time I've seen one of them now up close and personal, and quite impressed with it as well. It's a really nice spreader, well built, and had a really nice spread pattern out of it. So Irish made, so built for tough conditions, as most Irish machinery is, and yeah, as I say, very impressed with it. Ground conditions, you can see them there. They were a little tricky. Ground conditions deteriorated quite a lot over the last few days. Some of this dung come in last week. This actually just load here. The lorry almost could have drove in. I did have the chain on it just in case, but the chain wasn't tight. He was able to keep on my tail as we're coming in. The chain never actually tightened, so you can see that the lorry wouldn't drive in now with probably 27 or 8 or 30 ton of dung, whatever it was on it. Yeah, so like we had a lot of rain on over the weekend on Sunday and Sunday night, and it just seems to have mucked the place up unbelievably. Like it's just deteriorated so much. Like I also moved some dung. The video that I took that was supposed to go up last Friday evening, I was moving some dung around and getting it to the fields, and even then we got another load in on Friday in the other piece of land where we were spreading, and again the lorry went in on its own, tipped up, and it wouldn't do that now. So it takes a lot after you have a heavy day stroke nights rain like that now this time of the year. it takes 3 or 4 days for it to dry back out properly. So you need 3 or 4 good dry days, with probably with a bit of a breeze as well, and it's hard to get at this time of the year. So it could be a case of having to muck in the crops once again, but we'll just have to see how it works out. Tyres in the teleport, a lot of people are always asking about them, how they work in mucky conditions. You can see them here now. Pretty much the same as what a tractor groove tyre would work in these kind of conditions. You know, it's all tyres are great, but once the lugs or grooves get filled up with muck or dung, they're all the same. You know, you're going to do a bit of slipping and sliding around the place, and these work fairly well. You can see, like when sticking in reverse here, teleporter moves. It's tearing up the ground a little bit. The lugs are full, but the tractor tyre wouldn't really do any different of a job. You know, so yeah, very happy with them. I think for the benefits you have around the yard and on concrete, I think they're a great tyre. I think that they should last longer too than the tractor groove. They don't seem to be wearing down as quick. They're on this machine now 18 months, and you can see them go down a little bit, but not much. If the tractor tyres was on it, they'd be halfway down at this stage. Yeah, so let's get going at the spreading. We were putting on 5 tons per acre was roughly what we were aiming to get out. The dung itself is a mixture of probably 90% of it is chicken dung, and 10% of it was farmyard manure. Anywhere that we had a little bit of farmyard manure that was there, what we done was we tried to mix tried to mix the chicken dung with it, so it kind of tinned it out. Chicken dung is what the power will be about. This is the good chicken dung. There's zero chance of there being any carcasses in it, so no chance of botulism, which is good, because you definitely don't want that. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how over the next over this coming harvest, if you like, or this coming season, how the crop does with the chicken dung. Yeah, just like to improve our yield a little bit, as everyone does, and this seems to be the way to go. So yeah, we'll be spreading a bit more dung in the future. Yeah, it was quite a nice day today for this, which is always nice. The sun more or less shone all day. A little bit of rain this evening, more or less, we were finished, but yeah, wasn't too bad. Yeah, so I don't think there's really anything else to add at this time. Yeah, a few minutes left of drone footage. Sit back and enjoy that, and yeah, we'll be back at the end of the drone footage with the next part of the video.
I just realized I've built walls a mile high to protect my heart, but now I'm all alone, stuck on the inside. The heart doesn't need a castle, it needs a bridge. Been too scared that I'd unravel. Brick by brick, I built these walls. Now I know that I am strong. Just watch me tear them down. I'm gonna tear them down. couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? Just watch me march towards the battle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. I'm gonna tear down this castle. Watch me march. If it couldn't break your heart, is it really love? If it can't tear you apart, is it really love? If it couldn't break your heart.
Alright, it's a few hours later and darkness has well set in with us at this stage. Yeah, we'd moved some cattle and a few other jobs, which just meant that I didn't get to do this while it was still bright. Yeah, so we hooked on the plough last night, just got it set up on the tractor. So yeah, hopefully be using it at some stage tomorrow. And yeah, looking forward to getting it going and trying it out. It's quite wide compared to the overrun. That's the first thing I noticed about it. Wide on the road. The boards, I'd say, are slightly wider. And then also these little wings on the end of the board, it just adds that extra few inches as well. I know on the very width air plough goes down to 10 inches. So it just means the whole plough as well, all the boards all just tighten up together, whereas this Neo goes down, I think they go down to 12. Now maybe it's just how it's set, maybe you can put it down a little bit further, but that's what's gone down to at the minute. But yeah, apart from that, just have to watch it as it's that little bit wider on the road. But yeah, can't wait to get using that tomorrow, and should make some nice, get a bit of nice footage with that. Yeah, so the one pass system is on, it's on the 6.4. Yeah, so we hooked that on last night as well, so it is ready to go. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just connect up the control box of it. Haven't connected it up. Yeah, nothing really to do to this, so it's just a matter of hooking it on. Might be a couple of just small adjustments to make in the field. I think the power harrow might be set to be going down too deep, so we might have to just move these here to adjust the depth of it. But yeah, apart from that, it's just set the rate and away we go. So yeah, that is that. Right, so we'll get in and we'll see if we can get this control box up and running. Hopefully it's bright enough in here, but it should be. I can run the light anyway, and yeah, make sure everything's working okay. Okay, so let's get the connections made. We've got our power socket, and then the connector then to the box. There's a flat surface on it. It's almost triangular in shape if you look at it, so you can't really make a mistake with it. Just line it up, push it in, and that's your connection done and dusted. So yeah, fairly simple, straightforward. The connector then that goes from the control box out to the drill itself, it's almost like a big SCART lead, if you remember the old SCART leads that were on televisions and DVD players and stuff like that. It's very similar to that, just on a bigger scale. And this is the same kind of connector that's on, well, it's on all Air Amazon equipment. So it's on a fertilizer spreader and the sprayer. Look, I'm sure some of the newer stuff now has those isobus connectors, so they've changed a little bit. But going back with some of this stuff that's a few years old, this is this kind of connector that's on it. And to connect it, it is fairly straightforward. It's just a matter of getting it lined up. There's a little steel pin then at the bottom. You kind of just have to pull it out of the way and get it. Oh, and I've actually hit it and turned it on as I'm doing that. I turn it around towards you. Yeah, so turn it on. See, it's starting to light up. We've got some numbers on it, and then this is a hectare counter. This one here, then the number at the side is to do with your tram line, so you have to set that before you start. You can, this one here then changes that right over. So you can, if just say you have to lift the sower or you change your tram lines for any reason, you use that button now. But yeah, simple enough. There is a hectare counter on it, tells you how many hectares has been done altogether. 70 hectares it says here is all that's sowed. which is probably not too far away. It hasn't done that awfully much this drill. Yeah, it's done 12 hectares last year, and then 70 is all it's done altogether. So yeah, it's only sown a couple of hundred acres. But yeah, that is it. Good to see that is working on all right. There's the flashing light here is to tell you that your bin is empty, so that's because there's no seed in the bin. And then there's a little marker then shows up on either side, depending on which marker you have down for your marking your next pass. It's just a little marker here. If you don't want to look around to see which one it is, you can look at the screen. It's a simple enough control box, and easy enough to use once you get used to it, so which is all very important. But that's it. Once we have power, once we're working, that is the main thing. So we're hooked on, we're ready to go. At least the control box now is hitched on, or hooked on. It's the first time it's been turned on since the springtime. Last time this outfit was out, was on the Kubota, so it hasn't been used since then. Yeah, with a few bits of spring barley that we had to do, and it's been parked inside ever since. So I'd expect that everything should work okay with it. So yeah, it's just a matter now tomorrow, get some ploughing done, fill it with seed, and get out and get using it, and try and get it done. The first thing we're going to do is the winter barley. We have 12 acres of winter barley to do. Hope to get that done tomorrow if everything goes according to plan, if the weather stays with us. Which it hasn't been over the last few days. We've had plenty of rain, so yeah, we'll just have to see. But yeah, that's the plan. Get some seed in the ground tomorrow. Of course, I'll be taking the cameras with me. We'll get a bit of footage of that as we're going along, and you'll see how our day is going. I'm going to try and video most of the day as I can, and take you along as we're doing it. So yeah, see how it goes. Yeah, so that's really it. Finished really now in the yard. I'm going to just head up to the house. I'm going to set up a couple of prizes that we're going to do for the giveaway. And I'll make a bit of a video then explaining how to enter the competition. So, see you in a minute. Okay, so competition time. And we're going to be having 4 prizes, if you like, to give away. I've been sent quite a few lights over the last few years from Co.louth. I'm never going to use them all, so some of them are going to be given away in this competition. So, best one we're giving away is the Co.louth Perun Mini. It comes with a head torch, or head strap, sorry, to make it into a head torch. So that's part of a pack there. This light comes with its own charger, USB charger, and all the different little lanyards and all different kind of stuff. So everything is in the box. I would have opened it, I would have used it making a video, put it back in. It's never been used since. So actually the box with the strap that's never been opened. So nice little prize there. It and a beanie is one. Then we've got this i5T EOS, powerful little light. It and a beanie is another. And then we've the i3T EOS. Again, another small powerful light. And it's coming with a beanie. Prize number 4 is 36420 t-shirt, which is a polo shirt, should I say, and cap. So that is our prizes. Yeah, so if you want to be in a chance of winning one of these prizes, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like the video, comment down below, just comment your name, and we will randomly pick out the names then of the winners, probably on Sunday evening, all going well. So I might even try and live stream Sunday evening as we're picking out the names, so we'll see how that works out. But that's really it. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll have another video up a little later in the week, probably on Friday, I think, of ploughing and hopefully sowing. So look forward to that. Yeah, so until then, if you're not already subscribed, hit the sub button, like, comment, get entered in the competition. I will see you in the next couple of days.